What makes a man a man? What defines a man?
Our duty is to lead and protect,
Not love.
not love.
The only opportunity we've been given is to kill a chicken as modern men.
Because we are weak as men. Come the 30th of June, nobody's going anywhere. You guys got business here. The topic of the day is, what is a man?
Yes.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Welcome to 55 Wayne Street. This is Bright Junction, where you find all your African food, from pap and beef, pap and chicken stew, pap and mazondo, maguru, all the African foods, you find them here. We are hosted by them, and we are also hosted by MTX Studios. We are having a conversation as men. Most of us, we grew up not knowing what really a man is, but we have gathered here as men to discuss what makes a man, what defines a man. So my name is Victor Cherisa, and with me I've got the panelists.
Okay, my name is Robert Nzara, and I've been invited to this wonderful occasion where we discuss about what is a man, and also we get to understand what makes a man in this fragile world that we are living today. So sitting with me here, I will leave it to my colleague to introduce himself as well.
Okay, cool. My name is Tinashe Mavunga. I'm here as part of the panelists in the conversation in the house today, which is what makes a man, building men around the globe. I believe that we will all come together and have one definition that goes around all cultures and all traditions. Because a man is a godly thing. So I want to believe whether we are from which country, the definition of a man remains one.
Thank you so much. Here we've got men from different walks of life. We have got academic men, we have religious men, we have spiritual men, we also have intellectual men. So you can answer the question from whatever angle you're coming from. I will leave this question first to Tinashe, and I want to ask him, what is a man and what makes a man?
As we've mentioned that our definitions are going to differ depending on where we are coming from, traditionally, intellectually, spiritually. I want to take it at the traditional level, because I want to believe that every man, the moment you are born, you are traditional. Irregardless of what the tradition is, you are traditional as a man. Spirituality is something that you choose. Intellectuality is something that you choose. So they do add to what being a man is. But what makes you a man is your traditional values. It's your ability to stand within what your tradition tells you. It's your ability to stand with whatever intellectuality or whatever spirituality that you get to choose as time moves.
In other words, you're saying you don't define your manhood. It's your tradition that defines your manhood.
100%.
Okay, thank you so much. Robert?
So what I take from this, what define a man? From my point of from the way we grow up as African or as any wherever you come, a man is defined as the leader. Besides things changing and now the world is evolving, men are becoming women, they're changing into women. Well, so we don't want to go to that subject. But based from the historical, culturally, where we coming from, backwards, I mean, historically, where we coming from, a man is supposed to be the father, supposed to set the tone in the family. You're supposed to be responsible of whatever happens. You're supposed to be responsible of your siblings, especially maybe you're born in a family of ladies. Even if you're the youngest in the family, they regard you as the father figure. You are there to be responsible, to take care of your siblings, to take them to school, to take care of your, even to build your household. So that's where I take that angle. Besides you, as you grow up, you can decide whether you want to be a Christian, whether you want to be a traditionalist, whatsoever.
Okay. So according to Robert, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. You say a man is defined by his responsibilities, and a man is defined by his ability to lead. So in other words, you are saying you are not a man if you can't lead, and you are not a man if you are not responsible.
Yes. In other words, a man, the name man itself, it carries a lot of responsibility. It carries that role. You need to be a leader, be it in your family or outside. You need to be responsible as a man. If they expect men to behave in a certain way, then they expect the lady to speak to behave.
Okay, that's good. Let's say I am a man, but I'm trying to make my ends meet. I have nothing, I have no job, I've tried everything. I can't provide for myself, I can't provide for my family. Does that make me less of a man?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Considering you said it makes you a man to provide. So since I am not providing, am I still a man? Can you explain that part?
You're still a man. But I'm talking about the expectation from the society. From time immemorial, a man is expected to take a leading role. He might be trying because circumstances can be different. I mean, people got different opportunities. Some may grow up from a wealthy family. Some they may go to the best school and they can get best opportunity. Some they try but day and night and it's not working. But as a man, your responsibility, even though you are failing, your responsibility still remain the same.
Do you have anybody from the floor who wants to add to? Okay, before we go to the floor, Tinashe has his hand raised.
All right. So from what Robert is saying, I think we actually also need to be able to define what responsibility is in a man. Okay. We might all look at it as being financially available as the as what we want to call responsibility. But like he said, I just want to add to what he was saying. Being responsible as a man doesn't end in providing what the society is going to see. We have got so many men that are providing in that regard, but we don't have men that are sticking values into their children. That's the hardest part of responsibility. We have to look at the environment that that we are staying in. Being able to instill values into your boy child, to keep him a boy, in your girl child, to keep her a girl. I think it's something that is very underrated. But having that blessing without the money, without the resources, but still having your child listen to what you believe a man is, to what you believe a girl is, I think that's one of the biggest signs of responsibility that we
That makes a lot of sense. If you can't provide money, at least provide emotional support. At least provide the values that your sons, your daughters, your family are also going to follow into. So you can't just say you are not a man because you can't provide financially. There are other things that you can provide for your family. You can provide emotional support. Yes, I had a hand raised there.
So here's the thing. Can we really have a conversation about how to be a man if we ignore the emotional side of being a man? Because there's a saying in English that says, behind every great man, there's a greater woman.
If you believe it's a woman that makes a man, then we have to bring the woman to the party. But if a man is a man without the presence of a woman, then we don't need to talk about women. But if you believe it's a woman that makes a man, so can a man be a man without?
Pastors here, you can help me if I'm wrong, but I do believe there's a very big part of the Bible where, when they were speaking of men, women and kids were not regarded in that. It was like more like a bracket word. So when I'm coming back to this point, it says he created them in his own image, right? And what did he do? If you're a Christian, I think then you look at it and you think he created. That's the bottom line, which means he gave a platform, be it for the women, be it for the kids now, but he did create a certain platform. So if you're going to talk about a man, yes, there are different aspects, because then Eve is made to be a helper, right? So he then realized there's a certain part that's missing. And I mean, if I'm going to be brutal with it, a woman is merely a rib, nothing more, just a rib. So everything else is complete without a woman. So I can't function. She's just a catalyst. I can function. Yes, I can function without a woman, but there's certain things like maybe the emotional side. I can't think about carrying a child because I'm not a woman. So the woman has to carry the child. That's where she becomes the helper. But everything else I can do for myself. So that's why I'm saying if you're going to talk about man, he's generally just a person who's there to create, to give a platform. That's what we're there to do. Whether or not they take advantage, whether or not they abuse it, it's now up to them. But we're just there to create a platform and give them an opportunity so that they can grow and do whatever they want to do. Be it women. That's why women want money. That's why kids want to go to the best schools. Men are just supposed to create that.
If I hear you correctly, so being a man is not something that you have to work out of yourself.
No.
You're just given.
Yeah, it's in us.
Just given.
It's just given because now, if you look at it,
So it's just your gender.
it's your gender. It's who you are. If you're a man, you know. Like, there's this thing that we play. I think most African kids play it. In Shona, it's called Maumbwe, right? What does a man do? Even if you're a little boy, you know that the things that you do, you're leading. You're just creating the platform. You're even telling a woman, go cut that, come with the grass, that's what you're going to cook, right? So you're just giving the platform, you're giving ideas. It's born within. It's not something that because other people are taught Ubuntu, yes, we then tell the community to do that. But it's within us. We don't have to try and, get it from somewhere else.
Thank you so much. Do you have anyone who agrees with him? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are here at 55 Wayne Street, and we are hosted by Braai Junction. It's a pub place. You have your braai, you have your pub and beef stew, pub and chicken stew. You can have your maguru. All traditional foods are here at 55 Wayne Street. Braai Junction, that's the name of the place. And we also want to give our appreciation to MTX Studios. These are the guys that are doing all the technical stuff. Thank you so much, guys.
It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you so much, men of God, and everybody who have joined us. I am T. Christian, and I'm a pastor, but I'm a man. Okay, good evening, everybody. I'm sorry those who could not hear me. I'm T. Christian, and I'm a pastor, but I'm also a man. So today I'm just a man. I'm just a man. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My brother, can you also introduce yourself?
All right. Good afternoon, gents. My name is Mdara Jimmy. I'm also a man. So I'm happy we are here to discuss what makes a man. Thanks very much, Mr.
Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Awesome. I'm glad we have got men from different walks of life. We are adding to the pot. What makes a man a man? Now, we have had a lot of issues. I see women are also coming to the pot. Now I will ask another question. Can a woman make a man?
Sorry, I just said what John was saying. Sorry to cut you.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, but fortunately, I want to add to what Donald said.
Okay.
There's no definition of a man that has got nothing like cold resistance and brutality. I'm sorry to say, Pastor. A man is supposed to be brutal. A man is supposed to be brutal.
Can you define brutal?
I'll take you to the Bible, unfortunately. I don't know if I've got other people of other faith, but I think there's a verse in the Bible that actually says that my God is a God of wrath. Am I correct? That doesn't mean that he doesn't love us.
Okay.
Yeah. He's not a peaceful God, but he still loves us. Okay. So these are the kind of things that we are pouring so much love when it's not our duty. We get to what Vincent was saying about suicide and everything. We are coming there because of what we have poured.
Okay.
We've got no reason to love. It has got nothing to do with us. Our duty is to lead and protect.
Not love.
Not love. We are taking responsibilities that are not ours. Women are supposed to be loving. We are taking responsibilities that are not ours into our own hands.
Okay.
That has got nothing to do with us. A good man is the man who's going to lead you. A good man is a man who's going to protect you.
Okay.
A good man is a man who's going to provide for you.
Okay.
There's no way where love is mentioned. Give me so much love and don't protect me. What am I? There's a woman at the end of the day. So we are adding so much weight on ourselves.
Okay.
Point number 2, we go back to what Vincent was saying about suicide also and everything. We also need to understand our positions in life as men. Cut your clothes to your size. If you actually look at the men that get to be not emotionally supported by their women, it's because of the type of the women that they got involved with. You know your type. Stay there. That's
All
what I
Okay.
think.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. From the floor, yes, I see another hand.
I'm going to go back to you, Titus, because the camera is not come back to you. Are you speaking from an African mentality, or are you speaking in general? Because when you speak about brutality, and you speak about love, brutality now you're saying men should be doing gender-based violence. That's the type of love that you want to build in your family. Men should be beating up their women so that they can exert power. That's an African mentality that you're bringing to the table. That's that's how I'm thinking. That's how we take. Are you taking it? Are you coming from an African perspective, or are you saying it just in jail because it's there? Because love is there. You cannot have a relationship. You can't be a man and say, "I'm not going to love my wife. It won't make me a man."
Can I ask you something?
You can.
I want you to define what you're calling African mentality and in general.
The African mentality.
What's so bad about African mentality?
Being raised up as men, I'm going to speak a bit of short apologies to my fellow colleagues that are here for me to be able to express myself. Tichikura, chaizi baba, tibaba, wema. Otozi baba kana mkazi atotaura chisizo mbaba kwa. Zvakaenda. No, that's African. That's African.
No, that's not African.
But that's the brutal.
No, that's not African. No, I'm not going to remove. I'm not going to remove the word brutal.
Gentlemen,
I'm not going to remove.
Can we have order, please?
I'm not removing the word brutal. So to me, when I bring brutality, no means no.
I think by brutality is trying to say, as a man, you should know when mercy serves a purpose.
Yeah.
And as a man, you should know when to unleash the beast within you. So I think that's when the brutality aspect is coming into play. You should know when mercy serves a purpose, and you should know when mercy is not a weakness. So I think by brutality.
100%.
That's what
Yeah.
I say.
I think there's this issue of nature and the nature, right? You're saying you're born a man, that's nature. But there's this issue of nature, which is now lacking in men. I believe a long back in our cultures, there was this narrative where young boys were taught to be men. So we no longer have this. You just go into the manhood without mentoring. So that's why I think where we are having problems. And the biggest problem is that most of the men we have, they are growing up under the custody of their mothers. That's why they have that soft spot for mothers, right? That's when the brutality comes in now. Because if you grow up with those old madalas, you know everything you do, if it's something which is not being tolerated, it's followed by a clap. Right? So that was a way of nurturing a man or a vulture to be a man. So I think with what you have started now, we'll go there. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Do you know how embarrassing it is right now that during a funeral, a family has to go to a butcher to buy meat for the funeral? They are actually worried that if they buy a goat, no one is going to be able to slaughter. Do you know that? No. Now tell me, when a man was being nurtured to be a man, I'm saying now it's normal for families during a family function, to go to the butcher to buy meat instead of slaughtering at home. Simply because there's not enough manpower to slaughter. No one knows how to slaughter a goat. This is what is happening. You go on a funeral, you see people coming from the butcher with the whole bags of meat.
And it's normal.
It's normal now.
So can you relate that with men?
Yes.
Is a man supposed to know how to butcher?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We are raised to harm.
Yes.
We are raised to harm.
Yes. Yes, we are supposed to do things that make women uncomfortable.
Does that mean that all men that grew up in the city are not men?
Thank you.
No, we're not saying that.
Like, there's one thing that I've loved. The fact that you brought all the cultures involved.
Yes.
I've got so much respect for the Xhosa generation. Because whether you're in the city or whether you're at the village, they still pull you up to go to the mountain.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Thank you.
Because it's their culture to bring what? To build a man.
So if you grew in the city, you are not a man.
No, you are in the city, you still have to go.
You still have to go.
You go to the mountains in Cape Papa.
And those that didn't go to the mountain,
They are regarded not as men and they are not shy about it. They're not shy about it.
You know what? From what you're saying, I don't agree on that. Because this is economically a problem. Because you can't say, I must slaughter a meat in our crowd, where there is no maybe cow,
you go buy
goat.
If you don't have, let's give him a chance. Let's give him a chance.
No, you see,
Let's give him a chance.
About. Now, if we don't have, right? We buy, right? That doesn't mean that we have something in the pocket that we used to buy, right?
You are a man.
But doesn't show that I'm not a man. I'm a man. So it means that growing in the city doesn't define that I'm not a man. Because I'm growing in the city or I'm growing in Cape Town, I'm not a man.
Can I answer, Pastor? Sorry, Pastor. Can I answer you? Can I answer you? Can I answer you? Darong. Listen, let me tell you. I grew up in Cape Town. All these guys know me. When my grandfather passed away in Kwakwa, they at home. We don't have cows in the crown, but I went home to buy a cow. The cow was brought with 2 sheep. No. It was brought, but it was slaughtered here in the yard. No, wait, man, leave there. But the cow was slaughtered in the yard. We didn't go to the butcher. We called the guy to come and cut the meat here in the yard. But the cow was slaughtered here. So, don't, no.
Let's also not defend ourselves on what being a man is.
That's correct.
Let's face what we need to face.
Okay. Okay, so my brother here has spoken many things. So if we don't deal with what we've spoken with, we might come out of track. He started with brutality versus love, which he defined brutality for us, which I don't think I agree with him perfectly.
Thank you.
I kind of disagree because you cannot lead what you cannot love. Impossible. So if you are calling yourself a leader and you don't love what you want to lead, then you are not going to lead that person.
Amen.
And if you want danger as a man, throw you with your wife. See what the outcome will be at the end. You will not build anything. It might look nice when you impose masculinity. Being muscular doesn't mean you don't have to lead the weaker vessel. Biblically, the woman is called a weaker vessel. So if you are the strong one, you bring those that are below your level to your level according to their understanding. You don't force through. You don't force a child to walk. You educate your wife in your ways, understanding that women are soft, but not being soft, not tolerating disrespect, making your points clear, making your yes a yes, your no a no, but not being forceful.
We are saying the same thing.
Thank you.
We are saying the same thing.
We're saying the same thing.
We're saying the same.
We are saying
We are saying the same thing.
What I want to say, Pastor,
Tell your wife no right now.
Yes.
To like you the next 30 minutes.
No, but what you have
She
done,
has to like you.
No, she won't like you.
No. Those people are not to like us.
One conversation.
I know what you've done.
One conversation.
Yeah,
One person at a time.
Build something. Remember, you don't.
One conversation.
Whatever goes up, always come down. That's why anything that is flying is always gonna land.
Okay.
But a building that is built up, it will never come down because it's built to that position. Amen.
Yeah, but
If you're forced to go up, you come down. Even in your life, if you don't build your success, you just make money quickly. Already we see you up here. You are going to come down because there is no foundation.
Yeah, that one is.
I think
So with your wife, if you build her up with love, trust me, when you reach a point where you say no and you build a good structure, she will listen. Amen. And this is what our elders learned. And on the third one, what you're defining is courage. It's a simple question. You can't call a man by killing a god. How about a man who may not know how to kill a god?
Thank you.
But he did courage to invent a cell phone. Is that not a man?
No.
This is a mental strength? No. It's a man.
No, that's not.
okay, Pastor.
So are you saying people that are building infrastructures are not men? The buildings are not men.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can we have order, gentlemen? We've got someone who has never spoken. Please, can we give a chance to Mugove to speak? Thank you so much.
Good agents. I'm so much happy with this interaction. To just come to the point of, I know we have got different opinions, but to my understanding of being a man or a leader of in a family, yes, you can try by all means to be lenient, the wife, and do all that kind of stuff. But if we go back, even the Bible even states to a point whereby spare the rod,
Spoil the child.
Spoil the child.
or the child.
The wife is a
Even
child,
as
not
much
the child.
as you love your wife, you can not always try to hold everything by soft hands. There is some time that as a leader, even at school, when we grow up, as much your teacher loved you, you would get to a point whereby you would like, okay, you have been going out of the way.
I'm going to wait. The one who's paying you.
Yes,
I'm
I'm going to
like
give you your strokes
give you money.
so that you know this is not the right way that you have. Same applies to your wife. There is manners that you need to say no, and the no needs to be no. As much as she's gonna be angry and not be in the same book with you,
brutality that I'm talking.
that's the way you can try to.
It's love, right?
Thank you so much.
It's love.
It's
love. What is the capital letter here? It's love.
Yeah, it's
you,
love.
you started by attacking love.
No.
You started They started by saying no to love. Let the Bible say
My point here is, look, what you have done is you said love versus
brutality. That's where they started.
Wait, right. We do not say love is not there. You need to
no, give it.
May I speak? We do not say love is not there. We are talking, remember we're talking about the ideal man.
Yeah.
We know love is behind you as a man. Right? It's just like if I was going to ask you the question, are you saying leaders, presidents don't have love? They do have love. But they know, look, I'm leading 15 million, 30 million people. There's brutality that leads. Love is there behind that brutality. That's why he gave an example of the teacher at school. So yes, love is there. That's not a problem for us. But we're talking about, when we say brutal, we're saying we don't want to be soft. We
Presentation of
cannot
the
be
love.
soft. We need
Presentation
to
of
be
the love.
hard.
Are you talking
You
of, maybe you are trying to talk of intolerance?
Yes, the word
The
changes.
word
Everyone's got different
Gentlemen,
words.
the
I'm
word
going to use the dictionary meaning of the word brutal.
brutality. Brutality is not good.
Violent.
Violent.
Savagely violent.
That's why it's correct.
Vicious.
Brutality
Ruthless.
doesn't work there.
Cruel. Often in an unintelligent manner. This is brutal.
No, but is that a sport? Is that a sport?
we giving our own definition?
The main topic of the day is what is a man? To start off, I was compelled to go for compulsory military training here in South Africa.
Did you need it?
When I finished the 3 months, I was instructed to go to the Democratic Republic of Congo. However, and the mindset is with the colonizers, they've changed everything. That's why we are fighting, we vote in fightings. It's about what is a man. We should have been men together here and discussed Africa. And then I come back. What we must out. Don't forget, we are cheating in our relationships.
Amen.
We are cheating in our marriages. And what's happening? If it's the other one, then we want to commit suicide. We want to burn down the house. We want to break everything. Because we are weak as men. We are weak as men.
That's true.
No, the topic of the day is what is a man?
Yes.
And we cannot escape that. Brother Jimmy, we cannot. So brothers, and just to add also, Mr. Host, come the 30th of June, nobody's going anywhere. You guys got Christmas here. Who's going nowhere? But let's conclude what is a man. Guys, let's put our pride in our pockets and be the man of the house, be the man in the street, be the man of your mom that's still alive, and if there's still family that depends on you, be that man.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just to buttress what he has said, he said women cheat and men kill themselves. But when men cheat, women don't kill themselves. It means men are weak. That means men are, the modern man is weak. Can we have someone to comment on that?
Keyword is modern.
I want to say,
The modern man is weak. Yes,
gentlemen, I'm only 30 years old, so I don't know much, right? But I feel like we're forgetting what's an African man. Because from this whole conversation, there's like a man needs to be a village guy. There's a city man and a village guy. There's two different men that we're definitely debating about, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like we need to start looking at what makes an African man. What is an African man? You know, I agree with what the pastor is saying. Definitely, you can't be a man without love, because a man right now only fight for money and love. Money could be protection, could be whatever you provide to your family.
Modern man. Modern man fights for love. Modern.
Old school man. Okay.
Modern man.
Okay, cool. You say that. Now you tell me, is it the fault of the modern man or the man came before him that didn't show him?
Before you.
So what conversation are we having?
Responsibility.
If I can just, sorry.
Okay,
Let me address you in just 1 second. I want to go back to him. When we started 15 minutes before everybody, we started shooting, we had a conversation. I go back to what we are running away from. Us as every man here, every Zimbabwean man.
And South African man.
And two South African gentlemen. What makes a man in South Africa? Let's not live our lives the way that they live. I'm not saying it in any offensive way. So come better away from my face.
Bro, don't worry.
Okay, cool. Let's not, in no offensive way, let's be realistic in the situations that we are facing. Right now, as men from Zimbabwe in Cape Town, what makes a man across a border, jamba, kangaroo, crocodile, whatever you crossed, being here, what makes you a man? Wait, Nashi, I want to give you a chance. You had your chance to speak. You're sitting on a lovely sofa there. Good, it's my turn now. What makes a man? We have been all talking about, we need to love and respect our women. Are we doing that? We've been talking about, you need to be brutal. You need to be brutal when you have 7 side chicks on the side.
Very brutal.
Are you a man?
Is this coming to me? Love to answer that.
You see,
I would love to answer that.
let's go back to the issue of character. And the reason why is because evolution is progress. We need to embrace the future, but we need to correct it with our cultures, our beliefs, and obviously our love of God. So, I would rather have a man today who cannot kill a god. I've never been given an opportunity to kill a god. I'm sure most of you have never got the opportunity to kill a god. So you don't know if you can kill a god. The only opportunity we've been given is to kill a chicken as modern men. And I would not be proud of killing a chicken. But I would rather not measure a man by killing a god. Because a weak man can be brutal.
Yeah, true.
But I want to measure a man by progressive according not only to the culture, but according to the modern world. Can a man analyze and interpret the current economy? And can a man be able to find money without doing wrong things? Where every man is going to hunt. Because now we're not hunting animals. Back then they were hunting animals, so killing a goat meant a lot. You can't kill a goat and you're always maybe smoking weed, the family, you can't pay school fees, the wife pay rent for you, and you want me to call you a man because you can kill a goat.
This is what brutality, where they used to smack our mothers and all that.
I feel like we're confusing the word the word brutality in this context.
Right. Can I finish speaking and then you can? Right. Taya kuno kune mukadzi wako akuunza. Right. Utori watonapwa. Azvino hausi murume because you still got this two hanging down, right? Waunzwa wagara padeni. We understand tese tinoshanda ma-general times akafanana. Mukadzi anogona kubva kubasa kana na 10. Iwe wasorori padeni wakula down uchitoita yakutoita pamwe kutotamba +5. Handiti, that's you. Does that mean kuti iwe mukadzi abva na 10 o'clock kubasa? Akakuudza kuti tinashe? No. Do you bring that brutality sense? Because ndiyari kukuchengeta. Tine varume vari kuchengetwa nevakadzi. Wait. Answer pedza. Mira ndipedze ndinyatsopedza. Tine varume vari kuchengetwa nevakadzi, which is not bad. The economy right now is fucked up. Zvora kuti hausi murume here.
I think pamuri kutaura ipapo ka kana ivo makarorana muri mumba ukashaya mari yomukadzi ari ane mari azviro kuti ndiye afanonga padenga vanonzwa chirungu vaenda andimaona saka makati imi makarorana kana muchidanana ndokuti rudoka mufanira kungobatsirana pane panetsa haunganzi imi mucharara nenzara mba because mukadzi ndiye ane mari yona mari
Ukarowa.
aiwa ini ndogona kumupa mari ndokondadza kumupa mari but iye kana achisenza mari yemukadzi haisi yake yekuti anochengeta kuti anoita zvinhu zvake wega inoshanda mumba tine vana tine chi tendera ndokwakuchaisana mapoto kwakuchaisana mapotounzi ni ndoita zvandoda nemari yangu kwakuchaisana mapoto aunzi ndoita
Sorry. Let's start first. Can I start here?
Yeah. Coming back to nyaya yanga coming back to nyaya yemudeni in terms of support system and stuff. Guys, there's one thing that I think will never change as much as society now we are at a level whereby things as a man, as much as you want to be the provider of everything, sometimes you find yourself in an environment that you need a support system, maybe financially from the wife to come and support and do everything. But I'm gonna tell this as it is. Guys, women, no matter how much she might be there being the one that she's now providing more than you. At this time, maybe it's not like it's permanent. Maybe you are not in the groove whereby you are supposed to be being providing. But with women, I'm gonna say it as it is, brutality. Not from experience. Brutally.
From
It's
observation.
brutally. Women, they will never get to a point whereby they will say, I'm providing everything, and they will keep quiet and find it as if everything is always fine and everything. Yes, it can be, and it's these are special cases whereby you find 1, 2 that you can point out. But 3/4 of the women, wherever you go in the world, no matter it's white, what race, white, colored, or black, women, to their genes and everything, they believe that a man is supposed to be the one who's a provider. And we cannot fight that. Thank you.
So firstly, quick one. I think we're more or less supporting Tinashe. He did say you can't. Can I just finish my point? You can't get on a bus. Okay, but his point about you can't, because remember when we spoke about this, we were saying a man is supposed to provide. I think we more or less agreed on that. So you can't get on a bus and want your woman to take care of you all the time, because once again, how many men are drinking here, right? Women are obviously thinking, you go out and drink. You've got money to go and have whatever with your concubines, whatever you call them, but you don't have money to take care of your family. That's why, one, they will never give us all the money. Two, they should never give us all the money, because we are simply saying, as men, we are there to provide. I did say biblically, God created. He gave a platform for his kids. Man, that's what we are meant to do. Give a platform. No matter how many times we go around it, yes, economy can say this and that. But look, a woman can provide for you for the 2-3 months that you're not working. She can't go the whole year.
Let's pamusoro varume inhangu ndi kutaura on my behalf kusaiti kwangu ini from my experience mbaba handitongwe nemukadzi, I'm the head, ndini baba, whether ane mari yake ndeyangu, yangu ndeyake. Sevanhu vari marriage, mari yedu yako neyangu ndeyedu, toisangasa ita tese. Hauye unitaura mukadzi anzi mari yadaiso yacho, kwangu kusati kwazvitike baba. Ini ndikutaura kusati baba wataura, I'm the head, I'm the head. Andiburiona zvakufanira kuti inini ndisingaende kubasa, mukadzi achienda kubasa uchanga ndibhadhara rendi pajena aita zvasingezi apesa kuti kusaiza kana pamusoro pako anouya mukadzi muzi aiwa undisaize, aiwa undisaize wati aiwa mira tainashi kana inini ndine mari yangu inini ndeyangu handedu timba ndedu ko kana une yako uri mukadziwo aiwa hazvishandi kwandiri, hazvishandi
pamusoro vana baba, pamusoro vana baba ndichataurawo mafungiro angu. Handimubvunzi unoti what is a man, right? Mostly kwatiri isusu takayambuka bhodha takabva kuZimbabwe, ubaba hwedu kunoku neubaba hwekuZimbabwe, it's very easy to be a man if you have a wife in Zimbabwe, because they listen to you very much according to how we have been grow up nemaprinciples ekuZimbabwe. Tikacrossa border, maZimbabweans women kubva kuZimbabwe havana kujaira kubata mari. Vakadzi vazhinji vakuita hundunya muno muSouth Africa nedzungu rekubata mari.
Yeah.
Listen.
That's the question. That is the question. What about marry? As married.
Because but tiri kuzimbabwe mukadzi anotoziva kuti baba ndo vanonosunza vachiunza something mumba and atori neunhu chaakuitika ndechoti pavari kucrossa bhodha vakaona tumambo chino tekuita basa remumba vachibata tumamari kuzvina nekuti washandawo pakaita sei ndo pari kuleka discipline yevakadzi kuvarume. So I advise you as a man, make sure kuti you earn more than your woman. Kana uchida kuwana respect yakakwana mumba usazombofa wakada kuita chinonzi 50-50 nemukadzi. I will even advise you kuti tosadza zvimwe zvekuita as a man. Hakuna chinonzi kana usina watopererwa kana wakuti kana ndisina.
Okay, gentlemen. So are we saying as men, we are threatened by a woman simply because she's naked?
Yes. Yes.
It's a threat. Collapses because a woman has money.
It's a threat.
That's correct.
No.
A woman has money. It means that we are no longer men.
Yes.
Wait. We are threatened by a woman.
Yes.
So we never.
I'll speak from experience.
Can I please say something?
Women are developing themselves.
No, they use eyes to develop themselves.
Just a second. Just a second.
From my point of view, man, what is being a man? All of us here, we have a certain perspective when it comes to that. But from the way we grew up, most of us here, we grew up in a similar way. Different upbringing, but similar. So I would say from my point of view, a man is a protector. It's a protector, right through and through. It's a protector. Whether you're protecting a woman or you're protecting a fellow man or a child, either way, a man is a protector. God gave us one thing as men. He gave us strength in our bones as protectors. But he also gave strength on women, the mouth, chief. That's why a woman can destroy you just by words. Do you understand? Every one of us here, most of us will live with a woman, some of us don't live with a woman, but whether she's in Gauteng, Namibia, doesn't matter. When she speaks, she can turn your whole world upside down. You understand? But you as a man, whatever that you providing to her as some sort of protective system or some sort of guidance, you provide it based on your manlyhood. So a man, chief, is someone who's able to protect, doesn't matter how. You are able to protect, whether you're protecting financially or masculinity, doesn't matter. Ngezulu, they say indoda umuntu owaziyo ukondla ekhaya. Simple as that.
A person who can provide for the family.
You understand?
That's a man.
Yeah. Your family chief doesn't have to be your bloodline. You understand? When I left home 14 years ago, my father said, you will find your brothers wherever you go. You understand? I look at you right now, I see a brother. I don't even know your surname, chief. But I see a brother. So when we...
Guys, there's something that we're forgetting here. Right. I agree exactly with what the pastor is saying, because I'll tell you one thing. A man will leave his house to go spend more money on a side girl that he just found. Because they're looking for love. You know what? Wait. We're using the wrong word. Maybe love is not the
That's
wrong
where
word.
the transactionalist comes from.
But wait. No, wait. A man is care. A man is care. Maybe if we say love, you guys took it as emotionally being weak. Right? If we say love, you guys maybe look at it as emotionally being weak. But as a man, you care for certain things, and that care will show your love. We can be transactionalist, fine, but for your wife, you don't expect money, but you care for her and you care for her well-being, right?
Mr. Speaker, does love exist?
Yeah?
Does love exist to you?
Love exists definitely.
To you, what is love?
To everybody.
Love is another topic.
Love is another topic.
But I want to talk about when you're still going the same direction.
It's going in that direction. What is the love that you speak about?
No, I'm saying you guys, the moment you hear love, you are receiving it as being emotionally weak.
It is.
No. Because
Can saying God is weak.
wait. Can I tell you something? Love is not being emotionally weak, and I'll tell you this for a fact. If you don't love your wife, wait. Example.
Thank you all, guys. Thank you all for coming. We have had a wonderful conversation. I've learned a lot about what makes a man a man. Many thanks to our guys from MTX Studios and to our sponsor, that's Bright Junction. Thank you so much. And with that, we come to the conclusion of the show. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.